Thank you so much for sitting down with me and chatting. I want to get a sense, first off, what brings you, outside of you being claimed as third vice president of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, what brings you back to the Federation of Canadian Municipalities year after year?
So what I really enjoy about this event is that there's so much diversity in terms of learning. The sessions are very interesting, and there's a diversified voice here, which I'm not saying it doesn't exist in the Quebec federations, associations, but it's broader. You get to hear the same issues, but with different points of view from across the country, and I think that's really what's really the most enriching about the FCM and this event.
So traditionally, before all the conventions, I sit down with all the third VPs if they're running opposed. But you were claimed in the position. What made you decide to put your name forward for a table officer position for the Federation of Canadian Municipalities this year? Why you? Why the City of Dorval needs that voice on the Federation of Canadian Municipalities table?
So the City of Dorval has been for a very long time, probably 25 years or so, always been part of the FCM. My past mayor was very involved. I'm involved, and our full council comes, and this is very important because it's not just mayors who should come here or one or two councillors. We've always felt that visiting other cities, understanding what's going on in the rest of the country is really important. So all our councillors attend at least one of the associations, be it a federal one or a provincial one. So when the position became available this year, it was almost like a natural to do it. I've always been interested in it. Scott Pierce, who's going into retirement, I know him well. He lives close to where I am, and so we've had a lot of discussions. So it was just a natural. And if there was competition, so be it. I was just fortunate, but who knows? Next year could be a whole different ballgame.
Can I ask for that in French if possible?
Donc, pourquoi nous, à la Cité de Dorval, ça fait des années, peut-être 25 ans qu'on vient ici à la FCM. L'importance de cet événement pour nous, c'est primordial parce que on a l'opportunité de visiter différentes parties du pays, des grosses communautés, des petites communautés. Et c'est comme ça qu'on apprend, on adapte, on voit et on ramène ça dans nos communautés. Et ça, c'est intéressant parce que voir des différentes opinions à travers le pays nous donne une sorte de richesse, ça nous donne l'habilité de voir qu'est-ce qu'on fait différent, un point de vue différent qui peut être appliqué chez nous. Et pour moi, là, c'est ça que j'aime beaucoup avec la FCM. Et c'est pourquoi que la ville est impliquée. Et c'est la raison pourquoi tout le conseil vient aussi. C'est vraiment un bel événement.
One of the things that happens at this convention is the networking, and a lot of people enjoy that part of it. Connecting with similar-sized municipalities, larger municipalities, smaller municipalities, and hearing the common concerns so they don't feel so much as like an island upon themselves, especially more rural communities. The larger cities may not feel that way, but more rurals do. From your perspective, when you're talking to other municipalities across Canada, are you hearing the same issues that are happening in Dorval, that are happening in, say, British Columbia, in Newfoundland, Labrador, or is, and I hate to use a term that someone else coined on the show, but are you an island upon yourself with your own unique issues?
We're not an island on our own at all. Do we have the same issues as everybody? I don't think so, because we are within a very large agglomeration. Montreal is a very big city, so there are issues that are more rural for certain community that we don't necessarily deal with. However, there's a lot of things that are common, big city, little city. Homelessness today, I live in a suburban community. 3-4 years ago, homelessness didn't exist. It existed in Montreal, didn't exist in the suburbs. So we had to quickly adapt, learn, listen, and now we're doing things which 5 years ago we would have never done at all. This year in the city of Dorval, we had a warming center for the homeless. 5 years ago, we had no homeless. So, you have to adapt, but to be able to do so, it comes with information that comes from other people. So I've had discussions with Tim Tierney here in Ottawa. They have a facility for the Inuit community that we have in Dorval as well. And so it's good to talk about the common issues and how one city is dealing with it versus another city. So I think there's a lot to be gained from talking to people, no matter if they're from big cities, small cities, they're farmers or not farmers. It really doesn't matter. You gain the experiences are the same for everybody.
What do you take back from a convention like this? Because most people might come to this convention and say, okay, I'm going to come, I'm going to network, but once I get back on the plane, I have to focus on what's going back on at my home. What's your advice to delegates? Because a lot of them are first-time delegates here this year who are going back to their communities today and tomorrow saying, what should I do with this information that I've gathered? What advice would you give them?
Well, I'd say, look, meet as many people as you can, number one. That's how you're going to get some great ideas from what's going on in the rest of the country. Number two, attend the sessions. There's a lot of great information that otherwise you wouldn't find. And this year was particularly strong. I thought what was done by the FCM was fantastic. We're seeing a lot more French in those discussions, which is also very important. So I would encourage the folks from Quebec to really consider coming to the FCM and not just staying at the UMQ, FQM. Come every now and then to the FCM and see what they have to offer. But what I get is that I bring back to my community is when I go on the tours and I see what other cities are doing, and there's some great things going on, and that for me is what I take back to my community. A lot of the discussions that we have, to a certain point they repeat themselves, they are updated. What I find really enriching is the tours to see what they're doing in small communities, in a local neighborhood. Is it a community garden, or is it a new rec center, or is it a public park? Those are the things that I really like to see, and that kind of inspire me in going back to my community and say, hey, let's see if we can do something similar to that. So, une des choses quand je viens ici, que j'aime faire, c'est les visites guidées dans les communautés. Pour moi, c'est la partie la plus importante. On peut venir, on peut faire des sessions très intéressantes. La FCM est très fort pour ça. En plus, on rencontre beaucoup de personnes. On échange de l'information, très important. Mais pour moi, c'est les visites qu'on fait dans les communautés. Ça peut être sur les traitements d'eau, ça peut être sur les renouvellements des berges, ça peut être des parcs publics, peu importe. C'est vraiment inspirant de voir qu'est-ce que les communautés font à travers le pays. Et des fois, c'est des petites villes ou des villages ou un banlieue. Et là, c'est comme ça qu'on s'inspire et on revient dans nos communautés et on voit si on peut faire un peu la même chose. Pas exactement pareil, mais un peu la même chose.
My last question, because I know you have to get back to the convention because there's things going on, but what does Dorval get from FCM that it couldn't do on its own? What is the thing that brings you back every year and the thing that you say, okay, this is the ROI for Dorval, for us to be part of the return on investment, for our membership to be part of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities?
Well, pour nous à Dorval, qu'est-ce qu'on ramène à la ville, c'est le fonds municipal vert. Pour nous, c'est très important. On a des projets qui s'en viennent à Dorval. La ville est en expansion. Et je crois qu'on va utiliser le fonds pour nous aider à développer ces projets. So, ça, c'est quelque chose qu'on n'a pas au Québec. Faut que tu viennes à la FCM pour avoir accès. On a eu des très bonnes discussions cette année avec le programme pour des arbres. Et nous, à la Cité de Dorval, on plante 300 000 d'arbres chaque année. Donc, le projet fédéral qui existe seulement à la FCM, c'est très important. Ça c'est le type de programme que nous, on a besoin d'être ici. On doit être présent pour avoir accès à cette information. Si tu n'es pas là, voilà, c'est difficile, tu ne sais pas qu'est-ce qui existe. Donc, important pour que les Québécoises viennent ici. Oui, au Québec, on reçoit notre argent du provincial, mais il y a des situations où on peut avoir des fonds directement de la FCM sans passer par Québec, et ça, c'est très important pour les Québécois.
Merci.
Very good.
Mayor, I want to thank you so much for sitting down with
It's a
me and
pleasure.
chatting. This has been great. I feel like this is the first of many conversations you and I will be having over the next few years as you ascend to the presidency.
Well, we'll see where that goes. Hey, we're going to have fun along the way.